Captain, a vessel approaching.
On screen.
We're being hailed.
Every weekend over at gearwebsites.com, our online store, we have free Patch Friday. And that means that every order placed on our store on Fridays is going to include at least one free patch. So that's every order with no coupons, no minimum order, no codes needed. You place the order on Friday, and when it arrives to you, it's going to have at least one free patch. Your support means a lot to us, and financial support is critical. So thanks again to the people who keep us online through purchases at gearwebsites.com.
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And welcome everybody. I'm not super happy with this streaming service today. Sorry for all the back and forth for whoever happens to find us here. There's a bunch of people waiting on the one that got linked everywhere today, but that one failed, and now I had to restart it, and that started it in a brand new window over here, so hopefully some people will find us. But for those that don't and are watching this in the replay, welcome. We'll bring up the screen share here and get started, since I don't think there's going to be too many people finding the show today. So I'm not real happy about this streaming software. My computer's not doing great, but this isn't helping at all. It took like 4 minutes just to get it to connect when I finally figured out it wasn't my computer causing the problem. All right, well, I had everything set up, but I had to shut everything down and restart the computer, so all my stuff is gone. I didn't want to restart it all with all these issues, so yeah, kind of had a really good thing presented here and like on the screen and ready to go, and it all got deleted or shut off. So for those that are paying attention, we have quite a few different social platforms out there, or we're present on most of the social platforms out there, the good ones. One of them is Substack. That's where we do our blog. So we've got this week's a new version of the show over on the blog, and there is a link on the other video on the other YouTube channel, not other channel, but the other YouTube video. All right, well, I guess I'll quit moping and we'll just get better next week, or we'll have it all figured out next week. There's Gizzard out there. Normally Gizzard would be on right before this show, but now he switched over to Mondays. Thanks for jumping in, being part of the live show, finding the show. We're broadcasting on the X and on the Instagrams. I only stream to the subscribers over on Instagram, though, since too many weirdos show up when I just stream. We're not trying to grow the show or anything, especially on Instagram. So I just do that as a favor to anybody who's watching it on their phone, so they can watch it vertical, I guess. But anyway, you can comment anywhere you're at. There's somebody watching over on X right now, so if more people show up over there, you're welcome to comment as well. But let's dig in. Let's see. The description of this show is a bit of summary of the week, but I posted on Patreon and on Substack the full show. Like I say, in kind of a new format. Give me some feedback on that. It took a little less time to do than it definitely than it used to do, but barely a little bit more time than a normal show setup. So if it's a decent effort or result, I guess, then let me know, because it's worth the effort in that case. All right, so we're going to take a look at the YouTube watch history. That's what I've been using lately to use as kind of a bullet points or notes for what happened this week. Lots of stuff happened this week. We have a poll on the other YouTube video. Gizzard is watching on X. Welcome. We have a poll on the other YouTube video, which I guess you could still use, but it's on the other video, so it's messed up. But, how was this week in 2A? We do that each week. And I'm also curious on the YouTube, if anyone does decide to super chat, there's a new feature on super chats, and I can't wait to get it. So I'm a big giant channel. I should get it first, right? Like, best channels should get it first. I figure that's the way it goes. But it's a leaderboard. Have you seen this, Gizzard? Has anybody got the leaderboard yet? So when you super chat, or I think when you just regularly chat, so I don't think I have it, otherwise Gizzard would have already got some points. But people can get points for chatting on YouTube now, and then super chats and other shit adds to it. So I'm really looking forward to getting that leaderboard. You can't ask for it. YouTube just gives it to certain people. All right, so this is a chat over on X. So it is, see how there's a little X on the screen there? That's because Gizzard did actually post that on X. You are allowed to comment from X. He hasn't seen it yet. Never Enough Ammo has it if you want to go look whenever he's live. I don't know if he's still live. He quirks me all the time. But, and I'm a better channel than him, and I think I'm a bigger channel than him, so he shouldn't be able to quirk me, but he does it. But you can see it on his channel. That's where I noticed it. All right, so we'll dig into this week, and like I say, I'm trying to work on a format for the show, workflow for the show. Excuse me. That doesn't take a bunch of time, because I don't have hours and hours to set this up each week, but I do want to make it as useful as possible. We're kind of coming into an interesting time, especially with the opportunity to call those senators. I probably should have set this up, but here's what you can do. Watch what I do. Here's what I do. I go to the Google, right, and browser your choice, and then I'm going to type in contact. Oh, look, it even knows, because that's all I ever type in here. Contact your senator. Because in this case, all we care about is the senators. We already did the heavy lifting of contacting congressmen. See how long this has taken? This is ridiculously long. What's up with this? I'm paying good money for a cable modem, and look how long it's taken. So I don't know if it's just the streaming service or maybe it's my cable. But this is ridiculous. This is like dial-up speeds. Are you seeing how long this takes? Anyway, so how do you contact your senator? The AI comes up here and tells you, and I just always do this. I take it from where it says call the U.S. Capitol switchboard, and then I take this and I copy it. That's all I ever do. And then go over here and paste it. It's that simple. If you're using something like a copy and paste helper or something like that, or you've got some system where you, I think what DJ does, I have no idea what DJ does, but I think he might have told me, but I don't remember. But maybe he has like a notebook or something tab open or something like that. And then you just jot some of these things you use a lot, especially if you're in a lot of live chats. And then just jot that down every once in a while. You never know when somebody's got a few minutes and they're just like, you know what? A phone call is worth more than an email. So I'm going to take a moment and call my senator. I can do it at pretty much almost any time. I think it's probably better to do it during business hours on a weekday. But still, it exercises a muscle. Right? It lets us know that, hey, those are representatives of ours. How can we ever expect the representatives to do what we want if we haven't told them? That voting for them doesn't tell them our opinion. It just puts the person we want ideally in office, right? If enough of us believe that they're going to do what we want. So the next step of it is calling them. So, it's an exercise. It's a muscle worth exercising. And right now, it's a good time to do it. So, that's the first thing we'll talk about is, we've got a lot of good stuff going on. Should I set up the poll? See, it's taking forever to do everything. Nobody's showing up, so I'll just take a second to set up the poll, I guess, again. It does take a minute, especially when the computer's acting crappy. Here, you can watch how long it takes. So I go over here, I have to set up the poll. how was this week for 2A? And I'd set this up like hours ago on the other video, so there's probably like dozens and dozens of votes over there already. So then I'll say great, and then week for 2A, and then I'll go in, because I'm lazy, and copy even the space. And then I'll put good, and then Control V, and then OK, Control V, and then bad. See how easy and lazy that is? And then Control V, and then we start the poll. So if you want to vote on that poll, you have to come over to YouTube to do it, but all the people on Instagrams and on X are welcome to go do that. I don't think you have to be, I don't think you have to log in or anything. Oh no, I think you do have to be logged in. Anyhow, so that's the intro to the show, I guess. We'll dig into what's been going on this week. I've been posting shorts, and I guess those are in my watch history. This one is from Foss, though. He was posting a thing about a safe over there. And I think I just flipped over to this to see what it was, and I don't remember. Oh, crap. That's another one of my videos. And we're dealing with, I accidentally clicked on the video, which was not necessary. Now we're waiting for my slow computer to come over here.
At least one of my personal.
All right. So getting past those shorts, if there was a way to like not show shorts, I probably would opt into that, because I don't like shorts that much. I just watched the one from GOA talking about is capital. No, wait. Oh my goodness, it's all over the place. Oh, see, I seen at Matt Never Enough Ammo had that leaderboard, and then I went over and tried to figure out how to get the leaderboard, and you can't get the leaderboard. You have to be given the leaderboard by YouTube. And I don't get anywhere near the super chats some channels get, so maybe maybe I won't be in line for them. Oh, we got Yankee on the screen. What the hell's going on here? Now we're definitely, now that it's all messed up. All right, so at some point it will get to the stuff that I watched this week. Come on, man. So we've got the Ironclad has this Canadian girl that does their on the ground reporting, and she's been showing some of the things that are going on with the northern border and the way that the cartels have made their way into Canada and are using the northern border. Makes sense, right? It's larger, it's by twice as long of a natural border or an international border, and whole chunks of it, almost entire states are not really patrolled at all, or not ever patrolled. They barely know where the line is for some of the places, and a lot of it isn't even agriculture. It's just literally nothing. Mountains and national forests and stuff. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on that way. She also talks about in this segment the oil theft, one of those the second or third largest, obviously it's hard to know, well, the second or third largest income source for the cartels is just tapping on the oil pipelines in Mexico, stealing a bunch of oil, dragging it up here and selling it, and no questions asked type of thing, and adding it to our oil economy to the tune of, I forget what she said, 13 billion a year or something. It's a pretty substantial amount of oil that's coming across, and since everybody's worried about fentanyl and all the rest, they're not even paying attention to something like oil, right? Like, oil is oil, so it must not be illegal, so let's let it go through. Anyway, interesting stuff, and the cartels are evolving financially as well as any other way, and you've already heard about avocados. She talks a little bit about the farm theft, the farm thievery, because it's more than just avocados, but a way to get income from other sources, and a way to launder. The cartels are doing lots of things in Mexico. I should have gotten some water before the show, which I didn't do. I have like 4 ice cubes in here. That sucks. Well, everybody left, or the numbers are going wonky over here. so maybe we'll just wrap this up and call it a dud. If nobody comments, then I'm wrapping it up and calling it a dud show. Let's see. Then we've got this Bill Sachs guy. I thought that guy was neat when he was, I forgot what he started out as. I think he started out with something, and then he went to FPC, and then he's now at Second Amendment Foundation. And in this video, he says that the Second Amendment Foundation pays for the Gun Rights Policy Conference, when I always thought for the last however many, 20, 30 years, it's been the Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms. So I don't know if that distinction matters anymore, but it's interesting that they're, I think, the only video so far that I've really seen about it, recently at least, mentions that. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. And then Foss again, showing this knife that he got for mountain climbing, for rock climbing, really. I guess if you climb a mountain and then climb a rock, like a rock on top of a mountain, is that just still rock climbing or is it mountain climbing? Maybe I'm splitting hairs there also. But good mountain climbing knife if you need one. Let's see. Then we've got, I went over to put this together, and when I clicked on Gun Owners Radio, their stuff is members only now. I don't know if I dig that or not. So I understand what they're trying to do to raise membership on their YouTube channel. They've created a name for their membership over on YouTube, or their subscriptions on YouTube, and they've posted content as members only. So everybody has the right to run their YouTube channels the way they want. I don't know if that's my favorite way of doing it or my preferred way. I certainly don't do it that way, but we'll see how it works for them. Then we've got this guy. I watched this one earlier today, right? Yeah. So I don't know. This guy calls everything that Trump does a major win. So I don't understand that. I kind of listened to it and I lost track somewhere in the middle of it. So I'm not like recommending every video I'm posting here, but I'm telling you what I watched. How about that? So then earlier this morning, Walk Talk America went live, and I was able to catch a good chunk of it. And they were talking to a lady who was born in the United States. I forget what state she said she was born in, like Pennsylvania or somewhere over there. And but she's now living in like Denmark or someplace. And she makes clothes that are bulletproof. So, I'd have more to say on this, but if I had a co-host or something, maybe I'll talk with Tony about this tomorrow, but I'll just say what Go says. It is what it is, and I'll move on. Nobody's saying anything, so I'm just going to wrap it up pretty quick here. Walk Talk America had Meet the Pressers chat. That was just an audio chat. Guns for Everyone going live for a couple hours last night. I was listening to that one pretty well for a good chunk, and then I got a phone call, so I missed a big piece of the middle. This is Rocky Mountain Gun Owners, I think, talking about Colorado. This is worth listening to. This is 4 hours. I'm about 3 hours into it. That's why I'm just going to wrap it up. DJ's out there. How you doing? Hope everything's going good for you up there. But this is awesome. Listening to Larry Vickers talk with Sean Ryan. I was hoping they'd get a little bit more into stuff because I really want to know what happened with the FFL and all that. But, oh shit, I can't click on anything here. I did. Dang it. It's going to take forever to flip back. Like I said, I'm about 3-something hours into it, and they haven't said anything about it. They're really just talking about his time in the Army, which, has been a chunk of his story, but it's certainly not all of it. So hopefully the last hour gets into more than just that. Come on, man. It's usually not this bad. It must be this thing when I go live. So I am kind of glad I only did it month to month, because I'm not digging how very, very shitty this live has been. DJ can't even jump into these things. All right, so see how slow I'm I'm not even doing anything right now, and it's not even catching up with whatever. And we're not getting much feedback, so I'm just going to call this one a wash. I do appreciate Gizzard and DJ showing up. If you would have been saying something, you, everybody else who's listening to this live, would have said something. We would have kept going. But I'm sick of fighting this. I'd rather listen to that article already and get back to work. So nobody jumped in to rescue the show. We'll wrap it up. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. If you're listening to this in the future, you can blame the hundreds of people that were listening live and didn't say anything, because that's why we're not here anymore. That's why we had to end it sooner, or end it early.
Cheat.
Ninja! Ninja! Ninja!
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the walls. The chair is against the walls. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.